Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of my Madden 17 No Money Spent Road to Glory. So this episode I've actually got pretty much new stuff all over my laptop. So that's why I didn't upload over the weekend. Something went very wrong with the laptop. I lost all footage I had. So I'm going to have to put this up. So I did end up sniping all these cards, as you can see. We got the Lawyer Malloy cards, some for 1,400, some also for very cheap, as you can see in the 4,000s there. And we got the Moe cards as well for very cheap. Not the cards, the collectibles, sorry, for very cheap. And we managed to fill out those sets. So we spent, I think it's roughly in the region of 80k on all of the collectibles and the gold players you need to make the sets. But we ended up getting two very good players into our team who are worth, I think they're worth about 60k and 90k each, maybe 70k and 90k actually. I think Lawyer Malloy is worth about 70k and Moe is worth about, I think, about 80 to 90k. So we ended up making a huge saving on doing that. So that is how the Legends collectibles can really benefit you, and the best time to do this is when the Legend packs and the Legend solos come out. I did all the sniping within the hour of the Legend collectibles coming out. And as you can see, I got them very cheap because some people just list them up quick and want to sell them straight away. And that is the best time to pick them up, put them, either resell them or put them into the sets. But what you can do, and what I should have done, which I didn't do and I'm going to do next week, pick up the collectibles really cheap. Save them for a few days, till about Wednesday or Thursday. The price will start going up a little bit because people won't have had the Legend collectibles in packs for a little while. There'll be a few less on the market and you can relist them to make very good profit. So I might do that a little bit in this video just to show you how it does work. I mean, I did record this on Saturday, so I did get lucky that some of the footage has been saved, but not all of it has. I'm not sure exactly what happened. My laptop just had a complete and utter meltdown on me, so sorry for the no uploading. But if you are excited for this episode, it might be quite a long episode. I'm not exactly sure how long it's going to be yet. But if you are excited for it, let me know by liking the video and also by leaving a comment and telling me who your favourite upgrade in the team has been so far and who you think I should upgrade to. But as you can see, we've got the Morgan Burnett card there from doing the chemistry solos. I'm working on getting Carson Wentz, the 90 rated card, for the next episode as well. Grinding my way through them now, and they are they are quite difficult, these solos, because you're 17-0 down in some of them and the opponent starts with the ball, so you have to get a turnover, score, get a turnover, score, get a turnover and score again. So it's not easy, especially since these defence ones, you don't have a good defence. You have to use the certain schemes. Like at the moment I'm going to do the 3-4 scheme one, and my defence isn't going to be good, but I know I'm going to have to get so many turnovers with the defence I'm going to have to use. And what I've also been doing with these is picking up the 3-4 cards pretty cheap because I don't have as many as I need in my binder. So I've been picking them up cheap and just relisting them and making a little bit of profit on them here and there. So I'm the coins steadily coming in the series. But I did want the 90 rated Carson Wentz just because he looks like a phenomenal card, to be honest. And I'm sure even towards the end of the year, he'll be one of the better quarterbacks in the game. And his chemistries will help out with the team here and there as well. I know the higher rated players tend to have sort of the elite chemistries, I think they're called. Like, as you can see, AP there has the bruising back one, I think. Like the elite chemistries, the higher rated players tend to have those. But, you know, if they release players who are higher rated with the 3-4 or things like that, the Carson Wentz, sorry, not the 3-4, the power run scheme or zone run scheme or something like that, the Carson Wentz will come in very handy for us. But this is the best team we have at the moment. You've seen me building it in the background. Haven't actually talked about it too much. Going on a bit of a ramble there, but the team looks really good. As you can see, 87 rated. Could be a little bit higher if I wanted to make the ratings higher, but I want to play people in certain spots just because it fits the play style a bit better. So I think we could go up to an 88. I think it was an 88 rated to start. But we could deal with another wide receiver, actually, considering Golden Tate is our best wide receiver there. Probably going to move him to the slot thinking about it. But we could do with a better number one wide receiver, because at the moment we've got Brennan Marshall and Alshon Jeffrey, and they are good, and I do really value their run blocking because it really helps if you want to peel out to the right or left, depending where they are. But we could do with a better wide receiver overall, I think. O-line is looking great. I love a good O-line, love a good run blocking O-line, and they are doing that for me. We've got very good run blockers in every position, and Lode Holt is the weakest link, but he still has good enough run blocking for me to get the job done. So, as you can see here, I'm going to go into the solos, I think, and show you where I am with the solos. I'll show you, we did get Morgan Burnett through the solos, as you can see here. This is where I was at the time. I've been playing through the solos a little bit. I'm working my way through the vertical scheme, etc., etc., zone run, West Coast offense type of play. I've been working my way through them slowly but surely. I'm on the final one, the power run scheme now, so we will have Carson Wentz next episode if I can manage to get it done. But if you guys have enjoyed the episode up to this point, subscribe to the channel. You know, I'd love to. The subscriptions are going up steadily and slowly at the moment, which is always nice to see. But this is how I'm building the teams for them as well. As you can see, we've got the vertical chemistry, all good to go there. Defense, it could be better, but we just did the balanced defense one. I mean, I could upgrade it to a lot better defense, but it's just the time it takes to do that, to be perfectly honest. Is just time you could be grinding out the solos, which is what I want to do. So I'm going to change the team around a little bit, I think. Not sure exactly where I will change it around, but I do want to get into the solos. So this episode will be me going through the solos, and then I'll do a little bit of the auction house flogging towards the end, I think, just to show you guys how it's done. So you can make a little bit of coins here and there. It's not massive coin making the way I do it, but it's good, steady income. So, you know, if you're struggling to make coins, definitely stick around towards the end of the episode and watch out for that. But right now, we're going to jump into the solos. So, as you can see, I don't know how many people have actually done the chemistry solos up till now. Let me know down in the comments if you have done the chemistry solos. And if you've got any tips for them, let me know, because they're not easy. I'm not finding them easy. But as you can see, the play I tend to go to is the corner strike play. And you've probably seen me use this quite a bit before, but I'm going to showcase exactly how well it works here. You just need to pay attention to where the pressures come in on your quarterback and throw to the side where, or roll out to the side where you're not feeling the pressure. Because, as you can see, it's just working. I'm just throwing. We haven't got the most insane receivers in the team at the moment, but it is working each time. And Tony Romo is coming up big with his throws as well. So it's definitely benefiting us using the corner strike play. Calling hurry up where we can, and we're just going to try and work our way into the end zone. So we're down 2 possessions at this point. Perfect time on the throw there. The pressure was just about to hit us. And Terrell Price Sr., love his card by the way, is going to come up big for us with a nice touchdown there. So we make it 21-28. I know a lot of people go for 2 just to avoid the overtime. But overtime doesn't bother me too much in the game really. So I'm more than happy to just play for overtime and secure the win. Because I think if you miss the 2 points and you don't end up winning the game, it costs you a lot more time than it would just going for overtime. Because in overtime you can win pretty easily. Especially on pro difficulty, it's not too hard to win in overtime. So we're just going to try and get that last bit, like sort of dagger into the heart there. Theoretic, popping and weaving through the entire opposition team there, and that makes it a 2-possession game, and that's game over. So Theoretic, probably the best run he's ever had in his career, because he is not the best running back when it comes to running the ball in the world. But that's how I did those solos. I mean, I'm just grinding my way through them. It is taking some time. But, you know, we're going to slowly but surely get there if the EA servers will ever work. Because at the moment, they're just not working for me. Not sure why, but they're just not working for me. So we're going to go back to the collectibles. And this is the filters you have to go to get the collectible snipes. Not sure how many I will get in this episode, but, you know, I'll try and get as many in as I can, just to show you how long it will take you and how many coins you're going to make along the way. So as you can see there, collectibles are just going off really cheap on bid. You can do it on bid, but for the sake of this, I'm not going to do it on bid because it is quite a lot of waiting around, and it's just swapping between screens so often. I don't think it's easy enough to follow on the video. So it just takes a long time to do that. But swapping between screens probably is the best way to do it. Just swapping between screens really quickly. So I'm going to go and see roughly the prices that collectibles are going for. And if you see Emmitt Smith there, he's going for about 60k. So any collectible under 5 5k is good because it will sell, because people are going to be building him and trying to sell him for around 60k. So if they can buy the collectibles for 5k each, they'll make profit. So if we get this one for 4k here, perfect example, straight off the bat, we can list it up for 5k, and I put the buy now a little bit lower just in case it doesn't sell. Someone will bid on it and I'll make profit on it anyway. But as you can see, there's loads up for 4k at the moment, so we'll go for them and we'll list them back up. It's just easy coins. It's not a lot of coins. It's only about 700-800 coins profit. Probably about 700 coins profit in total. But it's something, and it does add up. So I mean, in the previous, it's been 30 seconds, we've already made 1.6k. Times that out over the course of an hour, you'll be making over 150k if you get lucky. I mean, it doesn't always happen exactly like this, so I'll show you with other players if it'll work. With Green there's no one stick out cheap, so I'm not going to go for him. John Elway, he's going very cheap at the moment because of this Carson Wentz coming out, but so he's not the best example to use either. You want the ones who are sort of middle of the pack sort of price range. So Mike Singletary, he's a good one. He's not insanely expensive. Javon Curse as well. Haley as well, actually, is very good because some of his collectibles do tend to be a fair bit cheaper. As you can see, there's one for 9k there. So if someone comes on, sees that the cheapest one's 9k, and they relist it, or they want to list theirs, they'll go a little bit cheaper. They'll probably go 8.5, and that's way below the average. So we might wait around for that, but it's just giving you sort of tips on how these things sort of work. As you can see, it's not too hard to get a cheap snipe. So we got 2 Emmitt Smiths instantly. I could just rinse and repeat on Emmitt Smith, but for the sake of the video, I'm not going to do that. I could just be making easy coins on his collectibles, which is what I did last week. As you can see, I got up to 450k in about a few days from 100k. So that's how it works. Herman Moore as well. There's one for 8.9. Could take that, list it up for about, I think, 11k, and I'd be able to make profit on that. Not gonna. I might do that off camera, but on camera at the moment, I'm not going to do that. Just because I want to show you guys how it is done. I know if you haven't seen my Madden 17 coin making video, there are a lot of tips in there, but this is just showing it in practice in a bit more depth and how I'm using it on the series. So if you're a no money spent sort of player, this is an easy way to make coins. So more collectibles there. Also, I could have bought them a bit cheaper, actually, thinking about it. I should have bought them because listing them probably would have worked. But it's at this specific point of the week is the best time to make coins. When the legend packs come out, so many people open packs, and you got to thank the people who open packs because they keep the game going. Without them, there would be absolutely no auction house, nothing like that going on, and no way for us to make coins. So people that hate on people who spend money on coins, there is absolutely no reason to do that because they make the game cheaper for you, which I think a lot of people don't appreciate or understand. So it's people bashing on other YouTubers that spend a lot of money on the game. You know, it's because of them that you managed to play the game for so cheap, to be perfectly honest. But anyway, back to this. As you can see, we got Strong there. Collectible, 5k. That went instantly. So we know even 6k ones are reasonably cheap, to be honest, considering you need 5 collectibles and the players to make his card. People are going to be needing those collectibles, and the only way to get them, obviously, is the auction block. And I'm thinking that I can make quite a few good coins off this. So what I might do between episodes, I'm going to end the episode about here because I don't want it to drag on too much. I mean, if you guys would like to see longer episodes, do let me know down in the comments because I can make them quite a long time. Or if you want me to include head-to-head in every episode, I can do that as well. I thought this episode would be more of a maintenance episode because I did lose quite a lot of footage in the last one, and I didn't want to re-record a hell of a lot because it does take a lot of time to re-record each head-to-head, edit it and all of that. But hopefully you guys do appreciate the effort that went into these videos. I know I really appreciate all the views that I get per video. It's amazing to see the amount of sort of support the series has got, and I'm hoping that it does benefit a lot of you in the long run, and just playing the game that makes you enjoy the game a bit more. But I'm going to sign out about now, so hopefully you guys, as I said, did enjoy the video. If you did, and if you got this far, you know the drill. Hashtag Survivor it in the comments, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys soon for another video.